Hey everybody, this is Angry Otter, coming at you from within the game Star Wars Commander. This is, I will be honest, a lot like Clash of Clans with a Star Wars skin over top of it. As you can see, this just popped up again. We've got resources that you can collect, you have an army, you've got a base that you build and that you have defenses of the base. You can attack other players can attack you. There's a lot of the same functionality to it. The difference here, I guess there's really not much of a difference if I think about it. There is a story mode, which is right here, and you go through all your different varying levels. So this account, while it is my main Google Play account and not one associated with this channel, is actually still fairly young in the game, so to speak. I've got a lot of folks that I'm actually in this. Go ahead and donate. I don't have any troops to donate. That's perfect. So the difference here, though, is that instead of having a barracks from which you train all of your troops, each barracks actually acts independently of the other barracks. So while I can sit here and have these guys going, and this is a Dark Trooper. I'm still learning the names of of a lot of these characters, so you'll have to bear with me. So I can train up these 4 Dark Troopers, and if I go into the other barracks here and train, I have no Dark Troopers as you can see in the queue, but I can use this then to get my regular Stormtroopers in place. 5. In the top up there, you can see, I'm holding my finger, that's our unit capacity. That's for the transports, and that's pretty similar to the army encampments like in Clash of Clans. That's these here. They're transports, right? So I can look in this and see how many troops it has, and I can see how much capacity I have left. There are other things, though, for buildings, or not buildings, I'm sorry, for vehicles, that's right. So the factory is where you build vehicles. You have things like your speeder bike, level 1, you can see that it takes a unit capacity of 6, meaning I need to have 6 available inside of my unit transports in order for that to be able to fit. Now, I do believe that even though I would have less than 6, I can still build it. And if this beats out other units and other troops, it will just knock them out. There's also the option for an ATST, and as you can see, if I could kind of get some of the controls better, here we go, it'll eventually unlock into, you know, other units, or the 2M hover tank, the ATMP, which is a new one. There's the AT-AT, which I look forward to that one. Each one has its kind of own uses, right? I opted to go with the Empire side on this account. I had originally started with the Rebellion, but figured I'd mix it up. I tend to go with Rebellion on every other Star Wars game I've ever played, so why not make it a little bit unique. So now that I actually have some characters, he's calling for snipers and bikes, which I do not have. And that's okay. Let's see if anybody else knows. So the point of this is that the more that you donate, the more points you gain, and you can actually activate these perks, right? So some of them are going to be like, you know, increased number of resources returned from each mission, or some of them will be special troops, or what have you. So that's kind of the difference there. But it's very similar, and it's very fun. I think it looks very nice, very polished, nice and clean. I don't really jump into this one a whole lot, simply because I've got so many other mobile games, plus personal life has just actually been kind of crazy over the last few weeks. It's kind of starting just now to die down. The one thing that you do get here, well, in Clash of Clans you do get gem cases, or you get the loot cart if somebody attacks you. You get crates, and so these crates are going to contain, as we can see here, you know, varying things. It's going to be between resources. There you go. More resources, good. And more gold. Okay, so I should say credits. We're going to go ahead and open this one, Daily Anniversary Crate. And it's not that you always get several per day, it's that you get one every so often. I just haven't been in for too long. There you go, crystals, that's good. And then we'll get another one here. Do a quick open. Here we go. And there we go. So 10 more crystals. So no more inventory, no troops, no buildings, no currency in addition to. So those have been added. And you can see what's really kind of nice about this is that you kind of get a quick little, a quick little overview of just how full your transports are. Obviously this guy here is very full, this guy here is still working on it. Once filled, we can probably get ourselves into an attack. Let's see how time we have left remaining on this? 14 says it's about 4 minutes, 21. So it looks like we're actually going to do a cut on this real quick, and we will come back once we have all of our troops and we're ready to go for an attack. So we will be ready. Okay, so now that we are back, sorry for the delay, we now have our full capacity of troops. I believe we only have one speeder bike that ended up making it into the group. Yep, there's the one speeder bike. I've got 4 dark troopers, 22 stormtroopers, and I believe that covers it for both. Okay, so while the barracks may operate separately from each other, the transports act as a whole unit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play. I think we're just going to pick an attack on a rival player, which means that anybody who chose to play as Rebellion is actually going to be fought against by the dark side, and anybody who played and chose the dark side will actually then, or the Empire I should say, will then actually be able to fight against others. Each type of tower actually can be changed from a ground troop to a mortar type, so either it's going to be a pistol or a mortar, so you get a little bit more the area of effect damage. So the dark troopers tend to go after the resources, so they act a lot like your tanks. Your stormtroopers act a lot like the barbarians in Clash of Clans. I'm using Clash of Clans as a reference because I know that several people, by several I mean a few million, have played that game, so you can actually relate to it, right? So it's not a bad thing, it's actually quite a good thing, I would think. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this guy here. Out as fast as we can here. Looks like all but one turret has been engaged. Oh, maybe 2. There's a mortar turret there on the side, but I've got a dark trooper coming around. Looks like he might be able to engage it in time. Other dark trooper is now down, unfortunately. And for some reason, I will say that the AI, at least on the stormtroopers, is not always the greatest. They do pointlessly go after wall units, which, you know, is what it is. But there we go. All defenses are down. We're going to get 2 stars on that, and it looks like we should be able to clear the rest of the base for a 3-star on this. So the metric is the same as seen in Clash of Clans, right? So 50% of damage done is going to get you a star. If you get the base, that's going to get you the 2nd star, and if you get obviously a full clear, there's your 3rd. So there we go. We were able to seize or capture 4,011 credits, 2,716 ore. We got 8 trophies essentially and 140 whatever those points are. I genuinely could not tell you what they are. We'll reload back into the base. We will retrain an army because, similar to other games that I've already mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and put 6 out for that there. Similar to other games, any troops that you use, you do not keep. There have been several games that I've tried where that's not been the case, but okay, let's fill this up from 44 all the way through. That's kind of it. Appreciate you guys stopping by to have a look. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll leave a description and a link to the game in the Android Play Store. Again, I play on Android. I'm not an iPhone user, so I don't have those details. Although I might be able to, I might try to find those if I can, make it a little bit easier for folks that want to try to check the game out. Other than that, you know, hit like, subscribe if you would like. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good one.